Hi guys, and welcome to the Catt Columns. My name's Julie, this is my daughter Cadence, and today we have a question from Vera. Thanks Vera. Cadence?
Vera writes, "My best friend and I are growing apart and I don't know what to do about it. We live in different cities and our phone conversations have gone from daily to about once a fortnight. I feel that we are not sharing the details of day-to-day life anymore and I'm not in her life. What should I do?"
Okay, look, it's implied that Vera and her best friend have once lived in the same place and now they've moved to separate towns. I'm kind of thinking, Vera, that, you know what, that kind of distance, that sort of not talking every day is a natural sort of progression. It's what happens when people move apart. I've done it, and I know what it feels like, and I would suggest, Vera, for you, that you look at the people who are actually in your day-to-day life physically, and is that sort of working for you? Is there enough going on for you in terms of your immediate friendships, the people that you see all the time? You know, I know it's probably harsh to say, but it's very difficult to maintain a day-to-day intimacy when, you know, you're living at some distance. It's almost a little bit, I think, artificial to expect that you're going to know what someone has for lunch, or, you know, if they're constipated, or if they went out for dinner the night before. Why is it all about eating? Anyway, if you're living, you know, in different cities, I think it's a little bit artificial, and maybe your expectation of what this friendship can manage is a bit too high. So that would be my feedback.
I'm not going to outrightly sort of disagree, but there are a few things I think a bit differently about. I guess my automatic sort of reaction to this question was to put myself in her position, because I've got friends who live interstate. But if my best friend lived interstate, which she doesn't, but...
Who is she?
If she did...
Who's your best friend?
I would want to just... I'd want to, I get where you're coming from, essentially. I'd want to sort of really try and maintain that. I do think she needs to make sure that her relationships in her life in that way are good, but I don't think you'd need to throw this one away or just let it fade away. Yeah.
But I wouldn't think it would be fading away. It's just changing into something different, which isn't necessarily like going away.
Okay, but you can let it change, but maybe not so. Like, she says that it's gone from daily to once a fortnight. Maybe she could get it from, you know, back to maybe once every few days. It's still
so maybe negotiate something different.
Yeah, I think maybe daily is, you know, very hard work and probably unrealistic. But I think you.
Yeah, because she might be busy, like the best friend. Maybe she has a big life.
Or maybe Vera does as well. I mean,
I'm thinking Vera maybe doesn't. I don't know, Vera, you know, and maybe it's worth talking to her about. When you have a conversation with someone about the relationship that you're having, then that's really quite an intimate thing to do, you know. It's actually even more intimate than the day-to-day details. When you bring it down to what's actually going on here between us, maybe you could have that conversation with her and say that you feel sad about this new distance, and you know, and you actually need a little bit more from her, and is that going to be possible? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that definitely. Maybe to talk to her and see if you can sort of strike a bit more of a balance or a bit more closeness than you've got.
So we should start talking every day. We do.
No, we don't.
Well, we text.
We message maybe every day. Facebook is good.
Yeah.
For lazy people who want to keep in touch.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Alright. See you guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Vera.